Our biggest fear, the number one biggest fear for photographers is Young here, back with another video for you, all about photography, lifestyle, and more. In this video today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest fears that photographers have. Now, a lot of us don't like talking about it because it is something that we think about. But today I'm going to spill the beans on what is our biggest fear. Do you want to hear it? All right, let's get into it. Our biggest fear, the number one biggest fear for photographers is losing our work. Now listen, this one right here is major. This is something that we don't always like to talk about, but it's a real reality. Like, this is something that could happen. As a photographer, our work is our resume. Our work is what we show to the world. And so what I want to start it off with saying is that you want to make sure that you save your work. So today I want to give you a few practical tips for you to never fear losing it again, because it's a real thing. Tip number one. You want to make sure that when you're out on your photo shoot that you have more than 2 SIM cards. Having more than 2 SIM cards will help you so much, because it's like your insurance plan. You know how you have insurance for your car or you have insurance for your health? It's the same thing. Let's say, like, I have a SIM card right here. Let's say you're pulling it out of your pocket and bam, it drops to the ground and then it's a crack on it. Most likely when you get home and put it on your computer, your files are going to be lost, because cracked cards like these, or this one isn't cracked, but cracked cards usually will lead to your work being missing, and you don't want that to happen. So make sure that when you're out there shooting that you have more than 2 SIM cards. For me personally, I carry about 5 to 7 just for coverage, but make sure it's more than 1 so that you can have coverage. Number 2. You want to make sure that you save all of your work in more than 2 places. Now, I can go through some of the places that I usually put my work on. Number 1, I usually save my work onto my computer's filing system. So basically, every computer, every laptop has its own documents folder, desktop folder, and saving system. So what I do is I make a folder for final files and I make a folder for working files. So the ones that are working are like your raw files. You can put them right into there. And then for your final, after you've edited them in Lightroom or Photoshop, you can put them into your final folder. This also helps with organizing, but we gotta think about worst case scenario. What if your computer goes black? What if your computer is stolen? What if your computer is cracked all of a sudden for some reason? You dropped something on it and you can't really recover your files. So tip number 2 is I would save your files to an external hard drive. Now this is one that I have another one, and basically you plug it into your computer, and this is where you can put all of your folders that you created on your filing system for your computer onto there, and it's something external, which is outside of the computer, where let's say your computer, like I said, crashes and burns out of nowhere. You can have your files on there so that you can have some coverage. And in the third place, I would make sure to save it to the cloud or to the Interverse, or basically like a Google Drive. So when I say the cloud, I'm talking about most likely iCloud, which is for Mac users or iPhone users. And this is where you can save it online into their system. And if you're a Gmail account user, you can use Google Drive. It's free, and you can save your files, your working and your final, onto their filing system when you log in on your computer. Now this is amazing because it's in the air, the Interverse, and you can log in somewhere to extract your files, which is really cool and it's super safe. So like I said in this video, number 1, you want to make sure that when you go out on the shoot, you carry, more than just 1, because 1 is not as safe, and you want to make sure that you have coverage. And then number 2, you want to make sure that you save your files in more than 2 places. So what do we got? We got the computer, we got the external hard drive, and then we have the cloud or Google Drive. If you haven't heard anything important in this video till now, I want you to know that you need to save everything. Save it, because it will help you in the long run. So it's coming to the end of the video, and I hope this helped you. I hope that if you're a photographer or if you're somebody that works with digital files all the time, that this is something that can help you to never fear losing your work, because y'all, if I haven't said it again, it's a real thing. It's a real thing. So as I always ask, like, comment, and subscribe to this video, and let me know your feedback in the comments, and let me know if this has helped you, or just let me know some feedback about what videos you want to see in the future. So until next time, I will talk to you soon.